Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Erin, and if you are new to the channel, welcome you. If you are old hat, welcome back. We are a channel that likes to talk about writing, learning, and creating, and we've been doing a series of videos as part of leading up to the culminating event in our Thankmas campaign. If you are just popping in now, what Thankmas is a charity event that was put on originally by Jacksepticeye, but he opened it up this year to allow people all across the YouTube platform and other platforms as well to join in to help raise money for Red Nose Day, to provide food for families that are really struggling at the end of this year, this very difficult year that we're in. So this video is a continuation of that series, and today we are going to be talking about something that probably really needs to be talked about, because in the previous videos I kept saying you need to make connections. So how about we talk about how that actually gets done? The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you are in the right room. What I mean by that is when you are looking at your field of writing, because there are many fields of writing, what type of room do you need to be putting yourself into in order to find the people who you need to make connections with? So this means doing some research. I know, we hate it, we love it, we're every which way for it. But you do need to make sure that you're doing the research to find out what room you need to be in for your specific field of writing. So this could be places like being on Goodreads. There's lots of different ways that you can access different people on Goodreads. There's social media groups, whether you are on different platforms, Facebook groups, Instagram, TikTok now, all sorts of different socials. That can be a room to be in, but once again, make sure that it is the room that you should be in. Other places that are traditionally kind of viewed as being like a video game resource, but is not just strictly a video game resource, is places like Discord and Twitch. There's so many different ways that you can apply these programs that you can find literally every type of person on there pretty much. So make sure that you're doing the research to find out what kind of location you need to be in on the digital side of things. And then also do research to find places that you can go to that are fitting into your field. So I talked previously about going to like writing conferences and things like that. There are so many different types of writing conferences, one for each type of writing style and field available are out there, but you have to do the research and then make the effort to actually go to them in order to put yourself into the room where you can then make the connections that you need to continue to be successful in your field. The second thing you need to do, and I'm talking largely to me and introverts like me and people who just don't normally mesh well in social circumstances with a bunch of people that you don't know, you need to get the courage to talk to people in whatever room you find yourself in. And this goes for not only helping to improve your writing and make connections for what you need to do for writing as just the craft, but also for when you get to the publishing side of things and you're trying to build your author platform. It's all about being able to be in a room and talk and articulate well what your vision is and listen to other people's visions and be able to have like constructive conversations. So it is really important to build up your confidence and your courage to actually speak when you are in these rooms that you have found through your dedicated research. The last and very important detail for making connections is learning how to improve your active listening. This is where you're in a conversation with someone and you're doing more listening than you are speaking, because the way that you build foundational relationships is by investing in the other person. So absolutely talk about your work, but make sure that you are listening more than you are doing talking. And when you are listening, make sure that you are doing things that show the person that you are interested in the things that they are saying. Things like actually keeping your eye contact like in the sphere of their face. Maybe not direct eye contact if you're someone who struggles with that, but at least in the face zone is where your eyes need to end up. You need to be nodding at appropriate times, adding appropriate remarks at different points in the conversation, And as much as this may seem like a no-brainer to a lot of you, it can be harder in application than it is in thought process towards it. Because there are some people who are really good with their interpersonal skills and can just go out there and do it perfectly fine. There are other people who think they're really good in their interpersonal skills, and then when they show up, their mind just completely goes awash, completely blank. And then there's people who are really uncomfortable in social circumstances and they really struggle. And writers fall all across that spectrum because none of us are exactly the same as the other, which is perfectly fine. But it does mean that we have an area that we need to work on as far as making our connections, which is our active listening skills. And it gets a little bit more complicated when you're doing it on things like digital platforms, because obviously you can't exactly look someone in their face if you are just doing something audio-like. So there are other forms of active listening that you can do more on the verbal side in those circumstances. So the biggest thing is making sure you're in the right room. Then you need to make sure that you have the courage to talk to people in that room. And then you need to make sure that once you get the courage to actually say hello to someone, you are doing your active listening skills so that they can understand that you appreciate the relationship that is being formed as much as looking for something out of it. I wish there was some sort of magic way that we could just like make these connections without all the hard work aspect, because it would be so nice if I could just hand you something on a silver platter and be like, this is exactly how you make connections. There you go, friends. Unfortunately, just like every other area of writing, there is some hard work that is required. I'm also talking about like all fields of writing, and because there are so many different diverse fields of writing, there are better rooms for different fields, so it's really hard for me to be like, yes, this is the exact place that you should go. That's why you have to do some research. But if you would like help doing that research and you want to tell me what specific field you're looking to get into, I will absolutely be willing to help you out with that. I am here to help you as best as I can. I don't know every single field of writing as well as others, but I'm willing to do the research to help you do your research. So if you would like help, leave it in the comments. I will do what I can for you. And that wraps us up for today. So all that's left is to remind you about our live stream that's going on this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to wrap up our Thankmas week and to give you one last opportunity to donate to Red Nose Day. Thank you so much to those of you who have gone out of your way and donated so far. I can't thank you enough for the fact that you were willing to do this. So other than that, have a great one until the next one, and I hope to see you on Saturday.